Hello everyone and welcome back to another Phasmophobia video. And today we're going to talk about sound and game sense. I feel like a lot of people overlook mastering the audio side of Phasmophobia, but there's a lot of situations where sound is going to be way more valuable than visuals. So let's jump right in. The first thing I want to talk about is lack of sound. And believe it or not, silence is information. If you're not hearing a lot of sound but know you're in the ghost room, it might indicate something like a shade. Not hearing any sound at all, you might be in the wrong room or area of the map. Later in the game, complete silence could be really bad. It could mean the ghost has changed rooms or it's roaming very far away. Just pay attention to any sudden shifts in activity. Paying attention to the absence of sound is just as important as reacting to the presence of it. Next, I want to talk about specific audio awareness. Learning the different ghost speeds is very important, but for this section, I want to go a bit deeper. Something that's game changing is recognizing object-specific throwing sounds. Items like silverware, plates, and cups have unique audio sounds. Associating these sounds with the different rooms can help you either locate the ghost room faster, or help you identify where the ghost is roaming. Now, you'll always want to confirm the ghost room with something like a thermometer, but if you hear something early on, there's a good chance that it's going to be where the ghost room is. Another thing to keep in mind is usually when you enter the map, the ghost will almost immediately interact with an object. Keep this in mind, and while playing smaller maps, sometimes you'll instantly find the ghost room. Now, I know a lot of objects have the same generic sound, but at least you'll be certain if the ghost is either in the dining room or the kitchen. As I mentioned a little bit earlier, audio is really great for knowing where the ghost is roaming. Listen for things like door touches, water faucets, or other interactions, as these are usually pretty easy to hear even if they're far away. And finally, I wanted to go over ghost-specific audio. Different speeds aren't the only audio cues that ghosts give. Things like the poltergeist explosion is a dead giveaway. I actually completed my first apocalypse challenge by hearing a polty explosion with a parabolic microphone. Something else like a ghost blowing out candles can be key when testing for an onryo. The best way to know when a ghost steps in salt is whenever it starts stomping around. Use this to know when to start checking for UV on the ground, or if you never hear the salt get stepped in, then you know you're going to be dealing with a wraith. Something else that's important is recognizing certain ghost events. Even if you don't see it, a light-breaking ghost event might indicate a mare. And you can even hear it from pretty far away. Another ghost event that's easy to hear is the air ball, which means that it's not going to be an Oni. A great tool to amplify your audio is obviously going to be the parabolic microphone. I feel like it's a pretty underrated tool as it allows you to hear what the ghost is interacting with, even when far away. Not only that, but you can either hear a banshee scream, or it could be a talkative myling. Arguably the best use of mastering audio is looping. Looping is almost entirely audio based, as you don't want to ever be getting a line of sight with the ghost. Being able to hear how close or far it is, if it's going to round a corner, or if it double backs on you, these are all things that can be done purely based on audio. Now, I know if you have the breaker on and the lights are on, there are looping spots where you can see the ghost without it getting line of sight, but knowing exactly where the ghost is at all times during a hunt is hands down the most important skill to have in Phasmophobia. Next time you play, try focusing on the sound around you. Whether you pick up on weird roaming patterns or quickly figure out it's a shade, mastering audio is probably the most important thing you can do in Phasmophobia. If you like these kind of videos, please consider leaving a like, and thank you so much for watching.